Welcome everyone to Citizen Live. If there's anyone to come on tonight, I'm going to have a quick chat about the weekend and the Liverpool game, which didn't quite go to plan, did it? And we're going to have a look forward to West Ham, of course, which comes up. And are we ready for this West Ham game? Are we cooked? Are we ready? Are we able? Are we still going to sort this left back position out, guys? Obviously, Cucurella looks even less likely now than it did a week ago. Obviously, other people are going to come in. Big Morgan, mate, how are you? I know you enjoyed the weekend. That's for sure, mate. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Keep it clean. Well, you don't have to keep it clean. There's no kids on, I don't think. That's for sure. There won't be any kids on. Yes, I don't know. I was disappointed on Saturday, but hey, it is what it is, isn't it? I thought we were slightly better, just unfortunate on a couple of occasions. What did you think, Big Morgan, anyway, on the game? Yeah, we were poor. So Pawson. We've lost 3 refs this year, haven't we? Lost 3 key referees who didn't do as many favours. I believe we've got. Who is it we've got against West Ham? I can't remember. It'll come to me. Hello, Vicky. Did you have a great week? You have a good weekend, love? You're obviously with your team, your local team. Probably best doing that than watching that rubbish. That's for sure. But yeah, Big Morgan. I thought the ref Pawson was. I thought it was the interpretation of VAR that's going to cause problems again, isn't it? I mean, I don't understand why that one where Van Dijk handballed it an inch off the ground where it wasn't even looked at. I mean, if his arm's in an unnatural position, then whose was? It's just ridiculous. Nothing wrong with old school Haaland either. How did you think Haaland played, Vicky? Did you watch it back? Or did you watch the highlights, or did you manage to get a watch of it? Handball, Matip. Yeah. I don't know, Liverpool. They just annoy me, Liverpool. I just they're a bit of our kryptonite, aren't they? And obviously, they knew when they play down the wings, and we don't have a left back or Walker's a right back, obviously, but we don't cover the wings, so they get lots of time to get the ball out to the wing and then get it into the box, and that's where we fall flat. Was that Matip? Which one was that Matip one, Big Morgan? I don't remember that handball. Which one was that? I think Liverpool have got a better chance than they did last season, guys. Hi, Charlie, mate. How are you? You all right? Just talking about the Liverpool game a little bit. Big Morgan, am I getting mixed up? Was that the one that I said was Van Dijk? Was it Matip? I'm not too sure. I might be getting the guys mixed up who did it. Is it the same one? Vicky won a pre-season friendly, so quite happy, though annoyed about Liverpool getting all the season as usual. Think Erling played well, but was unlucky. Yeah, I watched it back. I went there. It's hard to tell, isn't it? I did watch it back on City Plus, and it's interesting when you do watch it back and you've been there, you see a different thing. And a lot of people say his movement was good. I thought it was trying to be a bit spectacular, as though he wanted to score a spectacular goal. There was one where he tried to get his foot on it, and he should have just headed it. He should have just gone with his head. It's as though he wanted to make it look brilliant and spectacular, which was a little bit of a worry. Yeah, Charlie, no left back. We've not had a left back for a while now, have we? And we seem to be happy to go into seasons not fully cooked and covering. Aki can do a job, of course he can, but against the good teams, he's probably not going to be good enough, and the team's not going to be good enough. I thought Aki played very well on Saturday, but at the end of the day, it showed our limitations, I think. Oh, great, Charlie. Yeah, I know I just got one as well. Good job I was on. I would have been late if I didn't get my notification. Do you really think Liverpool got more decisions or just the rubber degree? Was it just one of those days where they sort of earned it with how they played? Do you think they will, Big Morgan, though? Who are they going to buy if they're not going to buy Cucurella? I like Cucurella, I must admit. I would have offered them 40 million plus add-ons, and obviously if they want 50 million, it's not going to happen, is it? Navalu, Rashan, I prefer Borna Sosa. I don't know much about him, Navalu. Give us any further information on him? Who does he play for? Is he half decent then? Willie Donachie's not going to come back, Big Morgan. I'm sorry, not even Wooly Donachie. I don't know. That's his brother, is it? But Willie and Wooly. Yeah, Navalu, yeah, just give us a bit more info, mate. I don't know too much about the guy. But I just want a left back. That's all I want. Cucurella's the only one that I envisage. I thought we'd have Zinchenko and Cucurella this year. So that's all fallen apart, hasn't it? Could end up with neither of them. Obviously, we got Cancelo, but he's a right back playing left back. So that's not the ideal, is it? Zinni back, yeah. Well, how much, Big Morgan? We'd have to pay probably pay another 10 million quid more than we got for him. That's the unfortunate thing. How the hell do we let Zinchenko go when we don't have an option? I just it's beyond me. I just don't know. And as I say, this happens every season. We seem to make 2 or 3 really good signings, and then there's always one guy who we just can't get, just falls by the wayside. And are we going to end up starting the season just as we are now with no additions to it? Obviously, if Navalu can come up with this guy and City are interested, but I say I don't pay too much notice of rumours. We're supposed to have a couple of other left backs lined up. I mean, I always like Chilwell, but I can't see that happening, guys. Can you with Chilwell? No, Big Morgan, don't give Grealish and 30 million. I thought Grealish actually had a poorish game on Saturday. I didn't think it was one of his better games. I give him a 5.5 out of 10 on my ratings. Navalu, here we go. Borna Sosa is a left back playing in VfB Stuttgart. He's a left foot player, and we may get him for 20 million for sure. Lately, United was scouting him, but I think now they've dropped down. Well, that's. Thanks for that, Navalu. Yeah, that would be great if we can get someone that United were interested. It's usually the other way around, isn't it? But I think Wilson Esbrand can do us a job, but it's not Pep's way to trust young lads like that. But I think, based on the fact we might not get anybody else, we might end up with Cancelo and Wilson Esbrand and just Walker at right back. What does Grealish do, Big Morgan? Anyone ideas? I don't know. He gets fouls. He can be creative, but I don't think against Liverpool, against a really good team, against good defenders that block him out and double up on him, I think he does struggle a bit. Hi, Lassiel Blue. Big Morgan highlight, yeah. Big Morgan, I'm not going to argue with it. I thought, as I say, I rated Grealish last season. I'm hoping he'll come on this season, but against Liverpool, he wasn't great. But it's just one game, wasn't it? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And the same with Mahrez. I think Mahrez, a very similar performance, perhaps even worse than Grealish on the day. Very ineffective. A couple of good chances that he just shot at the keeper. Morning, hello, Michael. Good to see it. Michael's on. Hi, mate. All in chat. Not enough pre-season games for me, Burn. Liverpool have 5 pre-season. Better prepared. Well, they looked better prepared, didn't they, Michael? They certainly looked better prepared on the day. We were a little bit undercut, but I thought we did well. Watching it back on, when I relaxed at home afterwards, I thought we played very, very well. We were a little bit unlucky to lose, certainly 3-1. It could have gone either way at one stage. Navalu, Grimaldo, Borna Sosa, Cucurella, all 3 were the rumours, and I don't want Michael spending around 50 million for a Cucurella. Yeah, I agree. 50 million's too much, Navalu. As I said, 40 million tops plus add-ons when he does performance add-ons for me. That was enough. If Brighton want more than that and he can't push it, then yeah, we're probably right to walk away. Big Morgan, no, we got a 5-year guarantee, mate. You're going to have to suck it, mate. I'm sorry. Lassiel Blue, can't pick any specific player. Everyone was rusty. Yeah, well, the best one for me was probably Foden when he came on. I think he should have been on at half-time. I think Pep should have brought him on at half-time, in all fairness. I thought Bernardo was okay on playback again. As I said there, I wasn't overly impressed, but watching it back. And I thought Edison had a good game. I thought Edison was fine. I thought he made a couple of okay little sort of diving saves and stuff. He was fine, but yeah, it was overall a pretty average performance. Who were your man of the matches, guys? Who do you think was our best player on the day? If you're going to pick one. I thought Alvarez looked good, guys, coming on. Alvarez did the job. I mean, he wants to apparently do a Gabby Jesus role. So why did we get rid of Gabby Jesus if we just want Alvarez to do that role? But he's got more potential. I think Gabby had reached his maximum sort of effort, hadn't he? I think at City. When you pay 100 million for Grealish, Brighton want 50 for a real football. Well, yeah, Big Morgan, yeah, quite right. Yeah, comparatively speaking, 50 million doesn't sound that bad. Cucurella's excellent. He's an excellent moving forward. He's not a half bad defender either. Yeah, so I mean, if you put it in that context, you can't really argue that much. Definitely Alvarez, Navalu. I'd probably Alvarez followed by Foden, I would have thought. I think Foden turned the game, and Alvarez. I thought Alvarez should have played, as you know, guys. I did my starting 11, and the only difference to what played was I had Alvarez instead of Haaland. So obviously Pep needs to listen a bit more. Aki was. I thought, Aki again is another one of those where I watched it back. Big Morgan. I thought he played very. I thought he was our best defender. I thought Aki, he gets a lot of stick, and he's still getting a lot of stick now. People want him to go now, but he's our third or fourth place centre back, and at the moment he's possibly our best defender. Walker played okay. Don't get me wrong, but as far as central defenders are concerned, we haven't seen Stones, but Aki's the best, isn't he? Navalu, Foden too. Really looking forward for Foden Alvarez. Yeah, I think the Foden Alvarez combo should be good, shouldn't it? That's interesting. I want to see Bernardo link up a bit more with these guys. I mean, he's getting a bit of a ball carrying role for me. He's playing far too deep most of the time, but that's the job he's doing, and that should release people like KDB, of course, going forward. But yeah, I don't think we're utilising Bernardo as well as we could do. I think he's being a ball carrier at the moment. I think he's better than that. I don't know what you guys think. Well, Big Morgan, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you watched my little thing afterwards. Know me, I was a bit of a keeper. I used to be quite good at saving penalties in my day. And he sort of, when he goes to save it, he sort of leaps and then goes down. Rather than go down quickly, he sort of leaps in the air, and that gives obviously, if he hits it right, he's not going to get to it, because it's that split second of leaping, he's lost that impetus. So if he'd been like Fabianski, West Ham last year, he literally got down very quickly to his left. He could have saved that. I'll stick up for Edison. I like Edison. He suits City perfectly. But yeah, again, I think he could have saved that. But I will say I think I could have saved that in my prime as well, because I would have probably done that. But yeah, a bit disappointing. Mahrez has never had a good game. Well, he's a bit Laciel Blue, is it Blur? He's a bit like old Raheem used to be against Liverpool, wasn't it? I mean, he probably had a good reason to, didn't he? But Mahrez, yeah, he's had odd ones. He's had odd okay games. I mean, I think the game when he missed the penalty, he'd literally done now, and then he stepped up to take the penalty and cocked it up, didn't he? But we're a bit slow, aren't we? We're a bit hard work left and right with Mahrez and Grealish. There's no real pace. That's why I wanted to see Alvarez from the start, because I thought we need a little bit of pace against Liverpool, and we just didn't have any. Michael, Blackpool Blu-rays. Mahrez is going to be this season's scapegoat. Probably Blackpool. He was certainly most people's last year as well. A lot of the time. The scapegoats are the ones who don't put it in, I think. Last year, for me, Grealish was used as a scapegoat. Mahrez was used as a scapegoat. Perhaps this year, someone like Cancelo might be. If he doesn't up his game a little bit, perhaps he'll be looked at as a scapegoat. There's going to be, I can envisage at least 2 or 3 if things aren't going well, that's for sure. Michael, West Ham had a lot of pre-season games as well. Gave us a tough game last season. I don't want to start last season burning it. Yeah, we'll talk about West Ham. I think I'd rather be playing Fulham away than West Ham. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a toughie to get 3 points there. I know I don't want to be all negative, but obviously based on three pre-season friendlies. But I think, you know, West Ham can cause us problems, and unless I think if we get a point, I might just be happy. But you know, I want a win, of course. Navalu, of course, Bernardo is more than that. His finishing, dribbling ability are massive, and we saw that last season. But I think Pep used as progressive ball carrier interior is because he's the best for that. Navalu, absolutely spot on, mate. I mean, this is why he's doing it. Pep's not stupid. He's playing him in a great role. I just think because he's having to do that, and we don't have anyone who can do that job, perhaps someone like Phillips can do it going forward. Yeah, absolutely, Navalu. You're spot on there. I just think he's ideal at it, but I just say, like you say there, he's a little bit underutilised in other places as well. And there's still rumours going about that he's going to end up somewhere else, Bernardo, as well, isn't there? Why do you not do live stream more often? It's just time-wise, Lassiel Blur. You know, I do funny night. You know, I work nights and stuff, so it's really hard to do at a reasonable time. I do Monday night because I'm never in work on a Tuesday, but some day, you know, that's the only day I'm never really guaranteed to be in work. And with the weekend, obviously with football, it's just hard to do. But I mean, if it gains in popularity, Lassiel Blur, I'll do more. Obviously, if people want it, I'll do it. If they don't want it, I'll not bother. You know, I do a lot of my history stuff and all that stuff, and it all takes time. But if you like it, mate, much appreciated. I'm trying to do ad hoc ones as well. You know, where a big game and stuff like that. But I say it's quite hard to do, and obviously I've got other responsibilities, and obviously I've been invited on a couple of late night ones about 10 p.m, but my good lady's in bed by then, so I can't really do it at late ones anyway. So it's just circumstances, mate. But I'm around, as you know, and I'll do as much as I can, and your support's much appreciated. Yeah, Blackpool can sell very frustrating. He's had a good spell, but he's not having a good spell at the moment, is he? A couple of things worked for him, I think, against Liverpool, but it didn't quite all come off, did it? I don't think. Who takes our pens this year, says Big Morgan? Well, I think we're down to Haaland, aren't we, mate? But I mean, I thought personally he's going to not start every game. So I don't know if Alvarez takes them. Does Alvarez take penalties? I'm not too sure. But other than that, we're going to be stuck with Mahrez, aren't we? Michael, great to see new people on the channel. Tell all your friends about this. Cheers, Michael. Michael's always wonderful support, always much appreciated, as you all are, guys. All these guys on here tonight, it's great to see you. Great to have you on. As I say, I try and do stuff and try and be a little bit unique and different. It doesn't always work, you know. I don't want to be the same as everybody else, but. Yeah, Michael's always banging the drum for all the City channels. It's always very much appreciated. Who do you think Big Morgan should take the pens? Michael related? Well, he's from Ireland, mate. We're all related. So me and Michael are sort of brothers from different mothers, I think, aren't we, Mike? Navalu, if De Jong leaves Barcelona, I see a possibility of Bernardo joining Barcelona. Jorge Mendes is really pushing that transfer, but lately McAtee is green light to leave. So I think, come on, Navalu. Yeah, you nearly finished that one. McAtee, I don't think McAtee is going to get much game time this season at all. Bernardo will stay for the season more because we will not have a backup for McAtee. Yeah, I agree, Navalu. I think McAtee, I don't think we'll see much of McAtee this season. I'm hoping we'll see a bit of Palmer. Hoping he'll come onto the stage a bit more. I doubt McAtee will, unfortunately. So you're right there. Big Morgan, I'm from Ireland, Belfast, the rowdy part. Yeah, the noisy neighbours, Big Morgan, that's you. Foden should take pens. What, like he did at West Ham last year? Yeah, that was a great watch, that was, wasn't it? He took a really good penalty at West Ham, that's for sure. I mean... Hello, DH Football. It's Dan, the 47 fan from Twitter. Hi, mate. How are you? Times ahead. Nobody's perfect. Well, we try. We try, Big Morgan. Nobody's perfect. Absolutely. How is Belfast tonight? Is it sunny? It's been sunny here today. It's clouded over a bit now, but we've had a bit of sun again in Manchester, so it's not been too bad. Well, in Altrincham anyway, near Manchester. Cats and dogs, yeah, absolutely. I take it it's raining, mate. It's raining there. How's things down south, Vicky, as well, where you are? Navalu, yeah. Palmer might get more playtime last year, I guess. Mahrez is being rusty for a couple of matches. Huge opportunity for Palmer to impress Pep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Palmer's. I think I like about Palmer. He does have that ability. He doesn't. He wants to take people on. He's not. He's not frightened. Obviously, that might leave him as he gets more games. But yeah, but I think he's got a little bit more pace, perhaps, than Mahrez and Grealish as far as taking people on a bit. His youth behind him as well. It's slashing down here. I'm not in not so sunny Blackpool. No, we're all right here, mate. We're fine. Be nice weather here today. Rain yesterday though. Listen, guys, I'll just do a quick players rating on the Liverpool game while you're on here. Just give us your ratings quickly and move on. We'll look at the defence about Ederson and Walker. Give us your scores for Ederson and Walker. Laciel Blue, you really like to chat with ladies on Twitter. Ederson and Walker, guys, just give us a 6/7 or whatever. Ederson Walker, what do you think, guys? I'm going for 6.5. Ederson and Walker. Two stalwarts at the back. 4-6. Ederson was better than that, Big Morgan. That's very cruel, very heartless. No one. The only person deserved less than 6 is probably. I'm not even going to say. No, all right, Big Morgan. I'll let you. You're entitled to your opinion, and I will fight everybody for you to have your opinion. That's for sure. Ederson 6, Walker 6, Vicky. Yeah, not far out. As I said, I did give him 6 and a 6, and then I changed me Walker and Ederson both to a 6.5 actually, because. On playback when I watched it again at home on City Plus. He needs to start. He does, Big Morgan. Yeah, I mean that was the only thing that upset me. He could, as I said, he could have got nearer the penalty. About Diaz and Aki, give us a score. I'm going 6 and 6.5. Diaz and Aki. What do you think, guys? 6 and 6.5. I thought Aki was our best defender on the day. 5 and 6. That's fair enough. Yeah, Diaz. A lot of people had a bit of a downer on Diaz, so I don't disagree particularly with that, mate. John Stones. Let's hope so. Laciel Blue. I've got him down as popping into the team. Hopefully, John Stones. Whether he'll be next to Aki or next to Diaz is another question, isn't it? We'll run through the West Ham team quickly after this, guys. If you want, just see what we think the West Ham lineup's going to be based on what we know injury-wise. Michael, we're all one big day. City fan since 1980. Bad day in Dublin today. Ederson 6.5, Walker 6.5, Diaz 6, Aki 6.5, Cancelo poor 5. Big Morgan, is he fit? I think he is, Big Morgan, yeah. Navalu, Ederson 6+, because man just dived right into the same direction versus Salah on penalty. Unfortunately, he didn't save, and he saved a one-on-one. Yeah, it hit him on the nose, and the Liverpool fans are booing him because he was injured. That's typical Liverpool fans, which is really great. Yeah, how's it feel about the performance from Haaland? Yeah, DH football, I thought it was okay, and I'll give you his score in a minute. I thought it could have been better. Laciel Blue, Ederson 6.5. Say about Rodri, guys. Rodri and Bernardo. I've got 5.5 and 6.5. Rodri and Bernardo, 5.5, 6.5. I thought Rodri was a bit, as he usually is against Liverpool, not really there. 5.5 Morgan, yeah. 5.5, 6.5. Rodri Bernardo, 5.5, 6.5. I thought Bernardo was his usual 100% ball carrying, didn't torment Liverpool as much as perhaps could do. Sterling was poor. Well, I'm sure he was, mate. I mean, did Gabby get an hat-trick yesterday? I believe Gabby Jesus got a hat-trick for Arsenal, did he? In a 60,000 crowd at the Emirates. I'd like to see that. I mean, usually 60,000, only about 40,000 in the place, but there you go. All right, KDB, guys. What do you think, KDB and Grealish? I've gone 6.5 and 5.5. KDB and Grealish. 3 goals and 34 offsides. Kyle Rodri Bernardo, 6 out of 10. Yep, that'll do for me. Yeah, KDB 6.5 for me. Grealish 5.5. What do you think? Am I being kind? 6 and 4 for Grealish. Well, no surprise there, Big Morgan. I'm surprised you give him a 4, to be honest with you. KDB 6.5. Grealish 5.5. KDB 5.5. Yeah, I give him a 6. What did I give? I give him a 6 originally last year, Blur, and then I watched it back and give him a little bit higher. Unfortunate news, Jesus looks good at Arsenal. Well, we knew he would. I think we all know that. I'm all Joe Hart. Yeah, we're all Joe Hart. It's a good picture today on Twitter of him, but that fan at Celtic. Vicky, 6 and 4.5. Yeah. Vicky expects a lot more from her players, that's for sure. All right, Haaland and Mahrez. Here we go. Last couple before the couple of subs. Haaland and Mahrez. Haaland 5 for me. Just a 5 for Haaland. And a 5 for Mahrez, although I probably could have gone a little bit less, but I always have a go at Mahrez, so I try and be kind. Haaland and Mahrez, 5 and 5. What do you think, guys? 5 and 4, yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you, mate, on that particularly. Did everyone agree that Haaland, I thought, was trying to be a bit spectacular with a couple of his finishes? Does anyone agree with that? I just thought rather than doing the simple thing, he tried to be fancy a couple of times. I didn't like that, but you know, obviously perhaps that's his character. I'm not too sure. So Haaland 5, Mahrez 5. Haaland 5, Mahrez 5. DH for favourite player for City at the moment. DH football. Oh, geez, that's an hard one. I still have to go with Bernardo, but or KDB at the moment. But yeah. Consistency. Michael Rodrigo 5.5, Bernardo 6.5 for me as well, mate. De Bruyne 6.5, Grealish 5, Mahrez 5, Haaland 5. Yeah, Vicky. I think Erling was trying to impress Pep. He was Vicky. That's what I thought. DH football, good choice. Yeah, it's. I'm not goosebumpy about any of them at the moment. I used to have I do have a love for certain City players, but I say Bernardo's always a soft spot, but. I don't know, perhaps I'm getting harder, guys are older. I just don't have any real, Alvarez probably will be at some stage in the future once I get to know, we get to know him a little bit better. A couple of subs, guys. I won't mention Gundogan because it wasn't on the pitch long, was he? But Alvarez and Foden. I've gone 7 and 7 for both those substitutes. I thought they both changed things when they came on, and they should have been on about 15 minutes earlier. Alvarez and Foden, 7-7. What do you think, guys? Mahrez and Haaland, 5 and Grealish, 5. Yeah, CL. But I say it's nothing outstanding. Big Morgan, 6 and 6. Yeah, Vicky, 7 and 7 from me too. Yeah. Anyone on the Liverpool team you take, guys? Anyone you take tomorrow? I mean, we're not going to pay 400 grand a week for Mo Salah, are we? But anyone you'd have? Anyone you'd have from Liverpool? DH football 7 and 7. Yeah, that's for Alvarez and Foden. I'll take that. Take that all day long. I think we'll talk about the West Ham team in a minute, guys. We'll have a look at what our goalie, back four, midfield and strike force we think we're going to do and see what we all think. Take Milner and batter him. Yeah, well, it's that smiling face, isn't it, mate? It's all right when he's smiling for us, but when he's smiling for Liverpool, it's a sort of different ball game, isn't it? That's the problem. No, Liverpool, in all fairness, who would I take? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I've no real love for that. No real passion at the moment or love for a lot of our guys. I just think they're my team. They're my team. They're great stuff. But I don't go, I'll have him from Liverpool and I'll have such and such. Henderson gets on your nerves. Yeah, that's it. It's just the characters, isn't it? That guy who ripped his shirt off before he's won the World Cup at the end. I mean, that was, all credit to him, I suppose. It was, it's sort of important for him, but the scale of things, it didn't matter, did it? Foden, Allen, Alvarez, front three. Right, let's have a quick look at West Ham, guys. I mean, let's have a look at West Ham this week. We're We're obviously going Edison, aren't we, guys, in goal? I don't think there's any doubt about that. We're not going to risk Ortega, are we, in goal against West Ham? So about your back four. What about your back four for West Ham? That'd be interesting. I'll give you a start on it. Walker, Cancelo, Diaz and Stones. Back four. Walker, Cancelo, Diaz and Stones. Any different to that, guys, for West Ham? Walker, Cancelo, Diaz and Stones. Come on, let's have some of your back fours. Any critique? And I think Aki's been very unlucky. I think Aki's been tremendous, but I'm just thinking with Pep said on here, it's not much air as him. Walker, Diaz, Stones, Cucurella. Well, yeah, well, not just yet, Big Morgan, no, but yeah, I can see your point. So I thought, I would love to see Aki start and as a reward, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Any different, guys? Walker, Cancelo, Diaz and Stones. If he's fit, of course. We've not seen Stones, have we? So is he going to throw him in for the first game of the season, or is he going to put Aki next to Diaz again? Will he risk him? Is he going to risk John Stones? He never plays him when he's fit, does he? So is he going to risk him in the first game of the season? What do you think, guys? Wilson Esbrand, about him coming into it. Why shouldn't he start? He's no worse than anybody else we've got at left back, is he? Surely he's no worse than Cancelo at left back at the moment. And he's no worse than perhaps Aki at left back. Why not Wilson Esbrand playing left back? What do you think? Cancelo, Stones, Laporte. Well, Laporte's not playing till September, DH Football. He's out till at least September, so we won't be getting Laporte. He's had that operation. He's not fit. He might start training at the end of August or mid-August, end of August, and be able to play September time. But, I mean, it could be nearer October, I think, by the sounds of it. Pep will confuse us with a weird team, Big Morgan. Well, we've got to do something at West Ham. No soft touch, that's for sure. Yeah, so back four anyway, guys. If you're not going to quibble on that one, I think Aki's unlucky to miss out. I think Wilson Esbrand might be a big surprise, but Walker, Cancelo, Diaz, and Aki. What about your middle three, guys? Let's have a look at the middle three. What about the middle three? Is Phillips going to get a go? Or is it just going to be Rodri, Bernardo, and KDB again? Is it going to be anything different to that? Or do you think Mr. Phillips will spring a surprise and Pep will put him in somewhere? So middle three, I know it's hard. We do swap and mess about with the middle three and the front three, if you like. But middle three, West Ham are good on set pieces. Let's see, Blur. I mean, yeah. Well, that, again, height wise, we're struggling a bit, aren't we? Just keep it up the other end, I think that's what Pep's going to try and do. KDB, Rodri, Palmer. Well, Palmer's an interesting shout, isn't he? But I don't think he's going to play him against West Ham. I don't think he'll play Palmer in the first game. Bowen, yeah, perhaps Bowen should be playing for us, mate. Perhaps that might have been an option for us. Michael, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, yeah. Yeah, it's ODH Football. We saw that one. Rodrigo, Bernardo, okay. I can't see around that. I don't think Palmer will get a game. Phillips needs time to adapt. Yes, Lassiel, Blur. Do you imagine like Carabao Cup or perhaps the Bournemouth at home, AFC Bournemouth? I mean, they played quite well last year against us, didn't they? So that's not going to be that easy. But yeah, I agree, Lassiel, Blur. Calvin Phillips, he will need time to get used to things. Could end up playing centre half again, of course. Pep has his way. So I think middle three, yeah, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, Palmer, Phillips. Might have to wait a little bit longer, I think, guys, on that score. Right, front three, I think we've had a couple. We've already had someone mentioned it before. Foden, Haaland, Alvarez. I'm going Foden, Alvarez, and Mahrez. What do you think, guys? I don't think Grealish particularly deserves anything. Don't think Gundo will get a start in the middle three or the front three, that's for sure. But it could do with some goal scoring ability. Big Morgan, it never works like that, mate. It's just how it is. Some seasons, though, we have asked to play away first because of concerts at the Etihad, but I don't know how many of those on the last few seasons have happened like that. But Foden, Haaland, Alvarez, I think Big Morgan. I put that in me in one of my sort of show after the thingy game. I haven't got my notes in front of me, but yeah, I thought Alvarez on the right, Foden on the left, Haaland up the middle. Sounds pretty good to me. Against West Ham, we're a big team, and so get Big Haaland in there. Yeah, Big Morgan. Yeah, I'll go with that now actually, because I think I did say that on my Liverpool, on my talking point thing, that Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, Haaland up the middle. Guys, do we all agree on? Are we all thinking that's a good one from Michael and Big Morgan there? Both agreeing, and I'm agreeing with that as well now. Bit of pace there as well, guys, isn't there? Mahrez for Michael rather than Alvarez. Yeah. As I say, it's going to be Mahrez or Alvarez. For pace, I'd go with Alvarez. For experience, I'd probably go for Mahrez. Vicky, shout for all the City. Yeah, I mean, good. Did you watch the women's football? I missed the first half. I forgot it was on, and then I turned it on at half time. But I think it was probably the best time to watch it from, wasn't it? Personally, I think Calvin should go to a different club where he can start. Well, DH football, I think he's willing to sort of bide his time and see how it goes. And I think that's how he's looking at this, as a challenge, Calvin Phillips. I think even Nathan Aki, to some extent, probably looked at it like that as well. And whether it'll work or not, within a couple of seasons, he's still young enough to move on somewhere else and do an okay job. And like Aki now, if Aki left City, he's got good cred. I think he's got good credibility, and I think Phillips will hope for a similar sort of thing. Not ideal, but they're young enough still to get another good team out in a year or two. No cancel. Well, Big Morgan, who can? I mean, there's no. We don't have any. Pep doesn't like defenders who defends. What's the point? It's not Pep ball, is it? So, no, he's rubbish. He's rubbish. And if he's not, as I've said, if he's going up front, he's not assisting and he's not scoring goals, what is the point? I have no idea what the point of these attacking left backs and right backs are, unless they're actually creating and assisting. But that's how it is. Michael, I wish you, but you know, we all know. Well, this is it. I didn't have an argument with someone the other day, but I did some things, and I said, well, I'm trying to look at it from Pep's point of view. I'm trying to put my spin on it as well, and it's so hard to sort of come up with a team because I don't necessarily always agree with what I put. I don't always agree with what I'm saying. It's just what I'm trying to put Pep's mind. As I said with the game last week when I got 10 out of the 11 right, for me, Alvarez should have started because of his pace against Liverpool, but Pep played Haaland, so there you go. That's old Pep ball, isn't it? And who are us? We can question him, of course, but who are us to question Pep? But that's how it is. That's all about sport. It's all about opinions, isn't it, guys? It's all about opinions, and some people get a little bit upset about opinions and stuff. And well, everyone's got an opinion. Even if I don't agree with it, I'd like an opinion because it is what it is. Everyone's got a right for their own little opinion, unless they're idiots and they're just causing trouble, which we've got a few of those about. I think there's a Bernardo thread on Twitter today about why he should leave City from someone. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Where these people crawl out from, I have no idea. But we know they're just ringers for people causing trouble. I mean, there's something on TalkSport. I don't watch TalkSport, to be honest. We never have done. It's just something that I noticed on my Google thing that I mentioned, and it doesn't usually bother me. But it's just the usual garbage. I probably won't give them a mention again for 12 months now. But there you go. So I think, any wild cards, guys? When's Gundogan going to get a game? Do we know when Gundogan's going to start a game? Do you think after his heroics last season, is he going to be borderline again? Is he going to be on the edge, on the periphery yet again this season? And will he be out? I mean, I think he's going next season, isn't he? DX, I love how you put so much time and effort into those. Like, what a guy. Yeah, absolute. Well, about the effort I put into the history vlogs. I mean, a 20-minute history vlog, it takes me about, I don't know, 16 hours to put together. I don't know. Some of them anyway, not all of them, but some of them do, with all, especially these Zinchenko ones, or the guys leave. That Jesus one took me about 3 days to do it. Sterling's took me about 3 days. Zinchenko probably took me 2.5 days to do. It's hard work because I haven't got everything categorised. If we had an efficient filing system, it might be quicker. But yeah, life's too short. But I sort of enjoy it. It passes the time. Tickets are available for Palace and Spudsgate. Is that at home, LCL Blue? Is that the home game? I know the Newcastle, is it Newcastle? Which was it today? Newcastle went on sale to 16,000 points. I'm nowhere near that, but as I said before, I don't mind missing some away games because I don't have the money. Simple as that. I can't afford it really. So if I get them, I get them. If I don't worry about it because I can't really afford it anyway. So it gives me an excuse not to get to as many as I'd like to get to. And I'm not 100% fitting myself at the moment. I'm struggling just a little bit physically at the moment as well, which it's hard to believe because obviously who I am, but yeah, I'm just one thing after another at the moment, guys. But so let's say it's a bit of a struggle. Tickets available for Palace and Spuds. Yes, just got the email, so there you go. I'll have a look at that last CL Blue when I get off here. Have a look at my emails. I'll check my emails and see what we're doing. Madness Bernardo, brilliant player for us. Don't know why these people go on. I don't know why I hate us. Have gender against it. They all have, mate. I mean, even if you look at things on, I'm not sure which channel it was about the England, the Lionesses, and they comment about the squad being made up of United, Arsenal, and certain players, and City don't even get a mention yet. We have them. We have loads of players in the England squad, but it's just at all. But if you talk to people like Simon Bukowski and all these journos, there's no conspiracy against City fans, but they're so in it. They're so dyed in the wool journalists that they'll just stick up for each other. It's as simple as that. And we know different. Then we get called idiots for saying there are conspiracies and stuff like this. But we know damn well, don't we, guys? Big Morgan, yes, here's the money belt. You suss me out, mate. I need you as my my influencer, to get me going, get me up for work in the morning, get me out of bed at 2:00 in the morning to go to work. I'm off till Thursday, so I'm a bit livelier today. But score prediction for the West Ham game. Yeah, let's have that, guys. Go on. DH Football's going for 3-1 for City. Score prediction for West Ham game. 3-1 for City. I'll go. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1 City. Be nice to get off to a winning start, wouldn't it, guys? Not have to play catch up like we do. Big Morgan's going 2-1 for City. Let's see who's the first one to give West Ham the 3 points. Let's see anyone's out there. Vicky, you're going to give West Ham the 3 points. Michael, you're going to give West Ham the 3 points. Go for a draw. About a draw. Very possible. I think it's a big banana skin, this West Ham. We didn't do too well last time we went there, did we? Different circumstances, of course. Anyone going down there? Going down there on... Is it Sunday? I think it's Sunday, isn't it? But, yeah, let's hope we're blowing the bubbles. So 2-1 for City we've had. 3-1 for City we've had. City to win 3-1, says Vicky. I like Vicky's positivity. We can live with that. We'll take that all day long, Vicky. Really chuffed. Have you got a game this weekend, Vicky? You got another match lined up Saturday, so you can watch the game Sunday. When's the Carabao Cup start, guys? I've not got a note of that. When does that start soon? Last time I went was the 5-1, so I'm going with that again. Yeah, 5-1 will be nice. It'd be nice to stuff them again, won't it? They've been doing all right against us recently. I remember what score did we beat them at? Was it 6-something at the Etihad, and then we beat them 3-something at theirs in the Carabao Cup, was it? And then we, as you say, we beat them 5-1. It's amazing how you can stuff these teams, and then a couple of seasons later you're drawing with them or getting beat. It is quite amazing. Sevenoaks are playing away on Saturday, so I won't be going, unfortunately. Well, good luck to Sevenoaks, and everything they do this season, Vicky, for you, and everything you do. That's the L Blue 4-0 City thrashing. Well, that'll be good. So what's that? Two goals from Alvarez and 2 goals from Ireland, I think. Michael, as all City fans know, the Manchester United Evening News like you going to be tough, but 2-1 for me, Bernard, mate. Yeah, the MUEN. I mean, even this Joe Bray writes for City as well now, and he's an Oldham fan. I mean, I'm sure there must be City fans who are capable of writing for the Manchester Evening News, but they always seem to employ United fans or someone else, and I never quite trust them. I never, that's just how it is. I just never quite trust a United fan writing about City, no matter how fair he's trying to be, because I just don't believe one single word a United fan says, in all fairness. Did West Ham buy anyone? Big Morgan, anyone know about that? Anyone know if West Ham bought anyone half decent? I've not seen much excitement. What about Newcastle? Did they buy anyone this season? Because I was going to have a quick look before the West Ham game, but I've not really genned up on how other teams have done. I'm not going to try and do a prediction of where teams will finish, because I don't know how strong the squads are. If anyone out there knows who to look out for this season, I believe Chelsea are struggling a little bit, getting a bit desperate from what I heard. But apart from that, DH Football Champions League results, I will be happy if we make it to the semis. Well, again, if we sorted this left-back position out, DH Football, I'd be more confident at this point in time. I think we're going into a season with one arm tied behind our back again, and it seems to happen a lot to City. We either play games with one arm tied behind our back because Pep makes stupid decisions, or we go into seasons with a squad that's slightly undercooked, even though, of course, this year we've got spare cash. So, at the end of the day, there's no excuse for it. It's pretty poor if it does end up like that. Obviously, it's not started yet. Transfer window's not shut yet. So I'm not going to say too much. But at this point in time, I'm not overly happy. They have a big signing, but he got injured friendly. Well, all right. Who was at Blackpool? That's sod's law. It usually happens to us, that, doesn't it? Sad that Zinni left. What a left back. Yeah, see, Zinchenko, for me, DH Football, at the end of last season, I thought sincerely we'd keep Zinchenko and bring Cucurella in, and I thought that was a brilliant left flank position for us, where Zinchenko could also play a little bit further up if need be in cup games, stuff like that. And it's just all turned to absolute garbage, hasn't it? All turned to crap, unfortunately. Very disappointing. They bought a centre-back and he got injured last year, Blue. Yeah, well, they did all right last year. In the conference, is it the conference are in this season? So they're in Europe. They've probably been playing that for a couple of weeks after something like that. Big Morgan had played Grealish at left-back. Big Morgan, would we know the difference? Would we be able to tell? Would it make the slightest bit of difference if we played Grealish at left-back as opposed to anybody else? And that's what I'd like to know, because for me it wouldn't make one iota of difference. I think Bernardo was jinking in the penalty box, wasn't he, against Liverpool? He's doing little jinks. I mean, that's what you get from Grealish. You might lose it, but would we notice? Would we notice if Grealish played left back? That's the position. That's a problem, guys. And Pep ball, it's a waste. Apart from Walker, who does a good job because of his pace, have we ever really had defensively the right people? He's bound to be good at something. Well, he's good at doing his hair, mate. He's all right at doing his hair and stuff, and his shin pads. So, is it ours this season, guys? Is it ours to lose? Have we got one arm tied behind our back, but we can still win the league, or have we got one arm tied behind our back and we're going to fall short? What do we all think? Playing Grealish at left back might not be the answer. Yeah, Cucurella, Luciel Blue. Well, it's a strange one, that, isn't it? It is really strange. I can understand Brighton's stance on it. I can't understand why City put ourselves in this position. I was hoping it had been sorted a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, before Zinchenko left, but I don't know. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, do we? We don't know half of what's happening behind the scenes. We can only conjecture and guess at what's happening. Be great to win it 3 times on the run. Blackpool Blu-ray, it would be nice, wouldn't it? I know United have done it. It's something we've never done. It's a record that we've never done. And I thought, in all sincerity, before the season started, like the last couple of weeks, that we would. But as I said, I was a bit more confident with our defensive. But at the moment, 9 teams out of 10, we don't have to play a left back or a right back, do we? In all fairness, it's just that odd team in 10 that we do, and unfortunately with fine margins, and with Liverpool being so good, we can't afford to lose many games like they can't afford to lose many games because we're so good. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Is he Big Morgan? What does he say? He's bound to be good at something, is he? Yeah, well, obviously I think Big Morgan Grealish is rumours. That's it, Lassie Elbler. As I say, I never do anything. I do my diary show and I just base it on what's on the City site plus what I know is true on social media. It's just rumours. I say it's just frustrating. Did Cucurella put a transfer thing in? I think that's a fact. Is that a fact? I think that's a fact. I've not heard anything different that he actually put a transfer request in. You know anything different to that, guys? But if he's rejected Chelsea, is that a fact? If Chelsea even bothered, we just don't know. It'd be nice to know, wouldn't it? Sometimes, but I don't think we ever will in this day and age. Just lots of people make lots of money by spouting rubbish or coming out with things that any of us can agree with. Any of us know, but. Yeah, Brighton know we want a left back. So yeah, let's charge us. Let's ask for as much money as we can. Did he want a disgruntled player on the books for the season? If he's got any character, he'll knuckle down and get on with it and play out the season in the same way perhaps Harry Kane did. All right, it took him a while to get going, but these footballers have got any pride in themselves. People like Cucurella, all right, he's put a transfer request in. He wants to go. If it doesn't happen, he'll knuckle down and get on with it. And I'm sure he's not badly paid down there. So that's how it is. Why is Pep not renewed his contract? I think he's going, Big Morgan. I'll start it. I did one a couple of years ago, guys. I don't know if you were following me then or. Obviously, my Pep watch, because I was saying it was his last season. I'll do a start one again. I think this, I'm not lying, it's his last season again. So, yeah, I think it will be his last season. What do you think out there? Do you think it will be his last season? Big Morgan is obviously asking the question. I'm asking the question. I think I'll put my head on the block and say, yes, it is his last season. I think he's done 7 years, is it? I think that's long enough. I think he'll be on his way. And if Vincent Kompany carries on in the same vein he started and the Burnley fans nicking our songs, then, yeah, perhaps we nicked it off Belgian fans, didn't we, in the first place? I'm not too sure. Yeah, and Vinny will step into the breach. What do you think, guys? What do you think about Pep? Not renewed his contract. There's no hint that he's going to renew his contract. Is he waiting to see what happens? Levi and Bloom are far from different fathers. Yeah, Lassie Elbler, probably. Well, this is it. You're dealing with egos. In the media, you deal with egos at football clubs. I mean, Peter Swell's long gone, but that ego still exists in these big firms, these big companies, these big football clubs now. If he was renewing, he would have said last interview, yeah, Big Morgan, well, to be honest with you, they wouldn't have asked, they have a set amount of questions and they're not going to sort of spring one on him, are they? So, like the chairman's interview, he's more or less tells them what he wants to be asked. Let's be honest, we're not stupid. We're not naive. So obviously Pep's not, they're not going to ask Pep that because he's told them not to ask, or City have told him not to ask him. There you go. Michael, really enjoyed the stream tonight. Everyone in the chat, Pep last season for me. And everyone in the chat, Pep last. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, guys. Not about a few on. Just, as long as you keep coming here supporting, we'll keep doing it. As long as it's interesting and we keep doing it, we'll have plenty to talk about when the season gets going, that's for sure. Thanks for that, Michael. If he's renewing, he would have said last interview, Ward, DH Football phone's about to die. Say bye now in case it's a wish you the best. Oh, cheers, DH Football. Great. Thanks for joining us, mate. It's been great to hear from you. And yeah, I'm gonna have a beer after I get off this. Yeah, so a couple of days off, so I'll treat myself and forget my aches and pains and my trapped nerve. And I'll tell you what, if we had a fitness test, I wouldn't be ready. I won't be ready for this season. I don't think. I was the same last season, and I got better as the season went on. But it was those trips down south that ruined me at the start of last season to Brighton and West Ham and all this. Like, it absolutely killed me last year. But I think I've escaped this year with that. I don't think there will be too many trips down south. Watch Watford. Is that on Big Morgan? What's that? I don't have any. I don't have Sky or anything, mate. I just go on a dodgy channel. So if there's something, yeah, I was going to end up watching Two Doors Down and Murder in Provence tonight. That was the highlight of my night tonight, guys. But because there's no films I want to watch that I need to watch that I can watch on my dodgy channel. So yeah, won't mind a bit of football. Yeah, Big Morgan. Yeah, I might go. Actually, now you've said it, I might do that tonight. I might go on there and have a look. That's the one I'll be watching, the West Ham game. Hopefully nobody's listening. Enjoy your beer, mate, and your feud. I try, Michael, but I always know I have to go back, so I'm never really happy. I'm a miserable get, really. This is. I know I don't appear it, but you know, I'm going away. I'm going to miss the Tottenham game at home because I'm in Greece for 10 days in September, so I won't be around as much. I'll miss a couple of these, but. Yeah, I never fully appreciate my time off because I know I have to go back, and that's how I look at life. It's a horrible way of looking at life, isn't it? But that's just how it is. Watford have a good left back. What's his name? Big Morgan. Who's the left? Is he an ex? What is it? Teddy Phelan. Yeah, I might do that if Watford are on Sheffield United. I wouldn't mind watching Burnley the other night. I should have had a look for that. I fancied watching that, but I totally missed it. But very Cuca something, yeah, Cucurella. Another is his brother. It's his brother. That's for sure. I thought I saw a couple at the King Power, actually, a couple of guys with similar haircuts from behind, and I thought it was Cucurella, was it, in the stands? So, what do you think of the atmosphere, guys? Did it come over all right on the telly? We sort of better atmosphere than we create at Wembley, that's for sure. When it's a smaller ground, I thought the City fans are pretty good. I say I very rarely stopped singing during the game, anyway, and they sort of sung when they scored the goals, but that was about it. They're just, the famous Liverpool atmosphere. Anyway, don't know how it came out over the TV. Yeah, enjoyed ourselves. As I say, apart from that last 10 minutes or so, City fans were pretty much up for it, which is nice to see because it's just like a big away game, really. Yeah, plenty of singing, booing. Yeah, plenty of singing the national anthem and various things. And yeah, it was all right. 28,545. So. That's it. But at least we sold all our tickets, so at least we didn't get any earache about that. So there's always a positive and a negative, isn't there, guys? So we'll take that. Well, let's hope we fill that Etihad every game, eh? We don't have too many empty seats this season. I always dread it seems to be worse year on year, but we'll see. Apparently, the women have done all right. Women's season ticket sales have been boosted, apparently, whether it's this England thing as well. So they're doing all right, I think, for selling season cards. No, mate, I went on the coach from the Etihad with the supporters club. 17 quid. Charlie McAtee's set to go along to Sheffield United. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I just don't think McAtee will get a chance this season. So I think that'll do him good. And, I think that's probably the best move for him, mate, going there. Because I don't think he's going to get a lot of time playing for City, that's for sure, this season. The only one I can see getting a bit of time, I don't think that's going to be massive, is Palmer. I don't even think he's going to get loads of games. I think it's going to be very few and far between. Let's see, I'll be in Manchester during Christmas holiday. Can you get to any games, Lassiel Blur? Charlie, how do I get tickets to Man City if I'm not a member? Well, I think you have to be a member, Charlie, unless you get them through a dodgy site. I think you just have to be a citizen. I don't really know anywhere apart from that, apart from going on the internet and paying silly money to someone. Just get a membership, and it's worth it if you get to a few games, of course. Not so much if you only get into one or two. But I don't really know Charlie, mate, apart from doing that. Michael, I don't know if you saw Mark McCarthy channel on YouTube, Blue Tails, very, very good interviews with ex-City players. Yeah, I do see him, Michael. It's something time-wise, I do struggle to get, especially with my film stuff, as you probably appreciate. I watch so many films and TV stuff. I find it really hard. The Mancunian way, he's asked me to try and go on Saturday and Sunday night, but I can't because it's too late and my fiance's in bed and I'm too loud when I'm talking, as you probably gather. So I can't do it. It's just far too late. But I'd like to do a lot more, but it's just a matter of getting it. So it is what it is. But get on to the Mancunian way, guys. I'll give it a plug now. Saturday and Sunday night. They're starting again this season. Great set of lads on there. So give them your support, guys. So I'll give a shout out for them as well while we're here. Yeah, Charlie. Yeah, do that. As I say, the best. As I say, I don't really know outside of doing it through City. I don't trust any bugger these days. Not in this time. Not in this day and age. That's for sure. Mark, yeah, it's a matter. Yeah, I've chatted to Mark on Twitter, but I've never physically talked to him up close. Good spuds the Mancunian way, yeah. But obviously with the City Fan TV going, by the way, not the Ray one, the other one. It'd be nice for that to start back up again, but I don't think Andy's got any plans to do that. But it's a big loss. So we're left with Stephen, aren't we, as our main guy, I suppose, and JSGC, of course, is good. I like JSGC as well. I'll give him as much support as I can and plug as much as I can for him. You got the City Extra guys. They don't need any help, do they? Getting support, I don't suppose, now on their channel and stuff like that. There's lots of good stuff out there. And I try and listen to a few podcasts like the Man City show and stuff like that. But again, it's just time-wise, guys, I think, really. It's just a matter of doing it. As the season kicks off, I can listen at work. I can, for about 3 hours until the public come in, I can use an earphone. So I listen to things like podcasts, the Man City show and 9320, the 3-1 anyway. I'm not paying for stuff. I can't afford it. So I try and Noisy Neighbours, that sort of thing. I try and listen to all those if I get a chance, but it's while I'm in work. So we'll see that. Yeah, 9320 is very, very good. And even you know me, I'm a big fan of Gary James, of course, the City stuff, but I know he has a subscription thing, but even that, it all mounts up, guys, doesn't it? You can't really keep up with all these things, even if it's 99p or a 1.99 or the City thing, 2.99. Add that to your Netflix and your Amazon and all the other Sky and all the other things, and it's, unless I'm not loaded, I'm working early hours for just a little bit more than minimum wage, just to pay the bills. So it is difficult. But so 9320 do some great stuff. And I think they still do a free one to the Big Morgan every week. So I'll try and get a listen to that. Michael, if you love your reviews, don't forget Ray. City fan. Well, Ray, yeah, of course. Hopefully Bolt from the Blue will be back very, very soon. It's gone very quiet. We did one about a month ago. Bit awkward for me because of the timing of it, but that will be back hopefully, guys. Bolt from the Blue for the new season. I'm not seeing anything as yet. Big Morgan, Bolt from, as I say, we'll be there. I've not heard anything different that it won't be, and Mike's around somewhere. So yeah, we did one about a month ago, but it's a matter of getting the guys together. It's been very hard to get Colin Savage, Press Switch Blue, on recently. He's been doing other things and other things to do, so it's a matter of getting at least 3 of us on. And as I say, I can usually do it, but sometimes with Mike, because it's South Korea he's based, we go on and he's something's happened, he's not there, and then I've lost, I might be in work the next day, and it's hard for me because I've only got like 3 or 4 hours kip then before I get up. So these things are quite hard. Friday, yeah. See, I work, so Friday's like no good for me because I work Saturdays and stuff like that. But Saturday night's the best for me. Usually Monday nights and a Tuesday or a Wednesday night in the foot. It changes in the football season. Depends if City are playing on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night as well. So it's a bit funny. Right, guys, it's gone over an hour now. Hope you enjoyed that. I've enjoyed it tonight. We'll go to West Ham. I think the score is either 2-1, 3-1 or 5-1. I think we've got the team Yeah, the team we're going for: Edison, Walker, Cancelo, Diaz and Stones, Rodri, Bernardo, KDB, and up front it could be Alvarez, Haaland, and Foden, or Foden, Alvarez, Mahrez. So I think that's what we've come up with. So thanks, guys. It's been wonderful again. It's been wonderful seeing you. Big Morgan, Lassiel Blur, Blackpool Blu-ray, Michael Feeney, Charlie, loads of you. I'm just going back up here. DH Football, of course, who phone conked out everyone who was on early on that was doing a lot of good stuff as well. Vicky, I can't forget Vicky. How can I forget Vicky? Absolutely shocking, Bernard. My memory's not great, as you know, guys. Unless I write it down, I forget. And who was the other guy who was on earlier on that was really useful? Navalu Rashan, thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Anyway, been great speaking to you tonight. Let's stuff West Ham, and plenty of stuff on my channel this week, guys. Lots of stuff. Obviously, the odd show got a Zinchenko quiz, guys. So keep your eyes open for that. So nice little Zinchenko quiz that goes out in a couple of days, and the match day program watch is back, guys. There you go. Too much excitement, I know. The match day program watch for the Community Shield that'll be published tomorrow. So I know you can't. I know you're on the edge of your seats, guys, and you can't. Getting all excited for that, but much appreciated. Vicky, Michael, everybody, love you all, tons to bits. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all next week. And obviously, I'll get this trapped nerve sorted out that I've got in my arm. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, everyone. Come on, City.